Yeah, this is a quick video on the floor, how I make a shed floor. I'm just laying out the floor joists or bearers. Just working out the spacings. Basically, it's the size of the studs, which is 45mm. There's 6 of them. Which is 270. You take that away from the overall width. Because the 2 end studs protrude past the internal measurements of the shed, which is 2310 width. You add on 45mm, take away the 270 and then divide it by 5. And that gives you the spacings between each rail. So on the front, it protrudes past that OSB by 22.5mm roughly, and then 45mm on the ends, on the 2 sides. Just adjusting the depth of the nail there. It's probably going in a little bit too deep. There I'm using 50mm ring shank galvanised. And just check the 45mm. So I'll just put one nail in the front as close to the edge as possible, and then I can measure the other side of the OSB just to square it up, and then I'll measure the far end. That piece on there is 2310 long, and I think it was 490 wide, which when you add the 490 to a full sheet, which is 1220 width, it's 1220 plus the 490, which should come to, without adding it, should come to 1710, which is the internal width of the shed. It's a 1.8 wide shed, and you take away the thickness of the frame, which is 45mm each side, so that's 90mm coming off of the 1.8. This video doesn't show me putting the full sheet on next to that one that you can see. My camera died. It keeps on dying. But you get the gist of it. Again, that'll come out past the end by 22.5mm roughly, and 45mm to the side. See, a lot of people, when they make sheds, they just put this right to the edge, and then they put the walls on top of the floor covering, which I don't think is a good idea. I mean, that being on the inside, the walls are sort of like flush with that. Any driving rain that runs down the side of the walls just runs straight off the edge, don't touch any floor timbers. Now I'm just squaring it up by just measuring. Same measurements at the front, put them on the back. And that'll just make sure they're all running square. And that's 11mm OSB, which is more than strong enough for a shed. But if they're putting something heavier in, like in this case, it's for a builder to store their tools in. So there's going to be a whacker, mixer, breaker, things like that. So I double up on the thickness, but I'll do that on site just for the sheer weight of carrying it in. Thanks for watching, and I'll get the roof up next.